Hi guys, I'm Jay. I'm from Archery. I'm just going to go over some of the safety rules with you on the range. It's very simple. There's no running. There's no dry fire, which is pulling the string and letting go when there's no arrow here. No shooting or no picking up the arrow if you happen to drop the arrow on the ground. Just leave it, go to the next arrow. And no shooting if somebody's in front of this shooting line here. So if someone's here, do not shoot. I'm just gonna go over the basic shooting of a recurve bow, okay? Number one, your most important is your stance, okay? Which is also your posture. You want your feet shoulder width apart, okay? As a beginner, you want both feet on same level. I don't know if that makes sense, but okay. Second, it's your hand on the bow. You want it right on your lifeline. You want to grab it right here, okay? And you don't want to hold it too tight, okay? Then we grab the arrow here. Now you'll notice the arrow has two different colors. The odd color will face towards you. When you put the arrow into the bow, you want to put it between the bow and the string above your hand. There is something called a knocking point. You put the arrow right in. You should hear a small click, okay? And the arrow will stay in place. You put that on top of the arrow rest there. Again, hand is loosely on the lifeline. You're gonna put 3 fingers. 1 finger is gonna go above the arrow, 2 fingers gonna go underneath. You wanna make sure the back of your hand is straight, okay? You wanna raise both arms together. Pull the string only, don't grab the string, pull the string, and you wanna have the string touch your chin. Once you're there, you only aim with your left arm and you just release it, okay? That is the whole shot process. Now, you do not want to rush, but you then take the next arrow, do the same thing again. Okay. So right now I want to go over some of the do's and don'ts of archery, okay? So the first step, which again was your stance, but it's your posture. You want to be standing tall, okay? You do not want to pull with your hips out this way, or even twist this way, okay? So one of the reasons why you don't want to have your hips out is because if you're here, you pulled and your hips out like this, you're gonna push the arrow up. Okay, so same thing, if you're out this way, you're gonna be pointing down, right? So you wanna have a very good posture, okay? So what I like to do is have my head right on the shooting line, so this way you can tell if your head is moving back and forth, okay? So that is the basic posture of the do's and don'ts. All right, so I'm gonna go over the do's and don'ts of your stance, okay? What you do wanna have is your feet, toes level, pointing straight towards the target, or you could have it slightly what's called an open stance, and you'll feel a little bit more stable in this stance, okay? What you don't want to do is actually have your foot in front of your other foot, your back foot, because when you actually pull the string this way, your body will turn. And that's why we have this arm guards on, because it will hit you, okay? You have a better chance of hitting you. So again, you want to be more in a front stance, okay? Basic stance, toes straight, or slightly open this way, okay? Again, that's more because of your arm here. This is the basic stance right here. This is what's called an open stance, okay? This is a closed stance, but you don't want to do a closed stance. Okay.
Do it one more time.
Basic stance, open stance. These are the 2 correct stances. And then having the other foot in front this way, this is a bad stance. So the correct way to hold the bow is to have the bow right in the lifeline. So I open my hand, you'll see the bow is right on my lifeline. Incorrect way is to have it where your heel of your hand is on the bow. because this way your arm, again, is gonna go in the way of the string, where if you have it right on the lifeline, your arm will be out of the way of the string.